Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to see a video, and this is a paid request from Chad. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. It could be pretty much any type of video, like a topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, random thoughts, whatever the case may be, and I'll get to it again as soon as I can. But this is for Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. Directed by Jim Jarmusch. Starring Forrest Whitaker, great actor. Cliff Gorman, who I remember from, he was the bad guy in this underrated film called Night of the Juggler that sadly doesn't have a DVD or a Blu-ray, starring James Brolin. Underrated film. Again, Cliff Gorman was the bad guy in that. Henry Silva, who is the bad guy in Steven Seagal's Above the Law, Chuck Norris's Code of Silence. Pretty much the story is Forrest Whitaker thinks he's a samurai. He reads a lot of those type of books. Many times the film will stop and show us text of what he's reading, the ways of the samurai, the code of the samurai, all that stuff. Meanwhile, he works for this mob guy who he feels saved his life. And it's interesting, you have like two different flashbacks where the way Forrest Whitaker saw it, this guy saved him. While when the other guy told the story, he did stop Forrest Whitaker from getting beaten up, but it's because the guy turned a gun onto him, not onto Forrest Whitaker, is why he shot and killed the guy. But yeah, he's a retainer for this mobster who works for Henry Silva and Cliff Gorman and them. He's sent in to do a job, which he does. Decent effects, squibs and the nice way they made it where it looked like he got shot in the head. The hit goes well, but there's this girl there who happens to be Henry Silva's daughter. Just that's why the hit was for. This guy was fucking the boss's daughter. This guy got his payment for that, which is a slug to the face. But then because the daughter saw that, now they have to kill Forrest Whitaker's character. And it's like, well, you hired him to do the job. He did the job, now you piss at him for doing the job. And it's not his fault that the daughter was there. But again, it's the mafia. What can you say? Sometimes they're not fair. So then it's Forrest Whitaker wanting to protect his retainer, who he thinks of as his master, goes around, kills some of the mobsters, pontificates, talks a bit with this little girl, gives her the book Rashomon to read, and the movie just does that until it ends. Listen, I know I'm like lolly-daddying on the review, the summary of it. I don't like this fucking movie. I never did like this fucking movie. I hate this movie. I do. I know people love it. It gets a 7.5 IMDb. People adore it. People love it. People cherish it. I do not like Jim Jarmusch as a director. You mispronounced his name. I don't give a fuck. If I liked him, maybe I would care. But I don't care about this director. I saw that one Johnny Depp Dead Man movie. His movies are so damn boring and, in my opinion, lifeless. I would honestly say soulless. They're just boring wastes of space that just feel like they love to smell their own farts. Pretentious, slow, and boring as hell. That's his vision, and I think his vision stinks. Give me Martin Scorsese, give me Quentin Tarantino, give me a variety of other directors instead. Didn't he also do that one, The Dead Don't Die? Isn't he the one that did that with Bill Murray? Which I tried to watch, I gave up. It wasn't a paid request, like this was long ago. So, unless someone says a paid request for that, I would have to finish it, but I don't mind the music. It's by the RZA. which he does make a small appearance here. Kind of a pointless cameo, but it is what it is. But he did supply the music. Forrest Whitaker's not bad. He's a great actor. But the movie just slogs along. Where it's a guy reading. He thinks he's a samurai. He does all these moves with his sword that he never uses the damn sword. He does all these moves that he never uses the moves. What's the point you train to do all these moves if you never use the damn move? Any moves. I mean, it says something when even... There's a bit where Forrest Whitaker goes to a mansion and kills a bunch of mafioso guys, and the director made that look boring as hell. And lifeless, and no adrenaline, and no excitement. Self-serving, pretentious shit. Only this director, again, can make a scene where Forrest Whitaker killing a bunch of mafioso in a mansion so damn boring. The mobsters are meant to be cartoonish and not to be taken seriously. The kids on top of a building or out of a window throw stuff at them, throw toys at them. I think Cliff Gorman's character is a guy that likes rap, and he likes Flavor Flav in them, and he listens to music. Henry Silva, there's a bit literally that he makes the sound of an elk because he hears the name Ghost Dog. He's like, that sounds like a Native American name. Don't they have names like, you know, Black Elk and blah blah blah? And he starts making the sound of an elk. I'm like, why? And also, for some reason, people have a tendency to watch cartoons in this movie. Where someone watches Woody Woodpecker, someone watches Itchy and Scratchy at the end. Everyone just has a tendency to watch cartoons in this world. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Fields the Cat was one of them. But just has this fixation on it. I guess maybe the whole notion that the mafia are cartoons, or maybe he doesn't like action films. He thinks actions are cartoons, so I'm going to make a boring ass film that's not a cartoon, but they act like... I don't fucking know what he's going for. I don't give a rat's ass. I really don't. Like I say, he kills the guy. The girl, the daughter, gives him the book Rashomon. He takes it, thank you, leaves. He'll give messages via carrier pigeons to his retainer. His retainer is told by the mafioso, we need to kill this guy. What do you know about him? He's Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog? And then this one guy who talks weird. He's like, it's that Ghost Dog. He knows this French guy, Forrest Whitaker does, who only speaks French. And Forrest Whitaker doesn't understand French. And the other guy doesn't understand English. But they have a friendship. I remember I watched a video and the guy was trying to explain how it's about how even in a world that doesn't make sense, we can still... somehow... what is meaning? What is it about making sense? And yeah, it may not make sense, but we can still live our lives. I'm like, I don't understand what the hell you're saying. I don't understand what the hell this movie's saying. All I know is to make sense of it is boring as shit. That's why I say make sense of it. If you like Forrest Whitaker being morose, and even then it's like I just like him as an actor, but I don't think it's one of his great performances. He's kind of just morose around it. I give more credit to his role in Species, which that film gives crap on. I think it's a much more entertaining movie than this. And I say it's not entertaining. The action scenes are nothing to run home about. Whatever his themes is about code, and he follows a code no matter what in this world without codes, and how the mafioso, I guess, are such a cartoonish state because they don't follow any codes anymore. But here's this guy who's a bit more serious. Like, see, he kills a couple people. He helps his retainer, shoots a guy. The guy's like, well, you better kill me. I don't want to disrespect you. That's the thing Forrest Whitaker keeps telling the guy. I don't mean to disrespect you. I mean no disrespect. He thinks this guy is his master, so he can't kill him, but he shoots him in the arm. Even shoots him in that same arm later in the mansion. At the end, he repeats, I mean no disrespect. Like I say, he goes in and he like hits a guy with his car door, shoots a guy here, goes in, shoots a couple people. There's Henry Silva. Silva kind of presses up his suit, shoots him. The guy sits back in his chair and dies. And then the third act is, well, after that is kind of Forrest Whitaker walking around. I guess knowing his time is going to be up. Looks at a dog who's staring at him. Gives a suit or something to his French friend. The little girl tries to give this book back to Rashomon back to him. And so, oh, thank you for returning it. And then gives her the book that he's been reading throughout the most of the damn movie. That the movie stops for us to show text of. And then his retainer comes up. Forrest won't shoot him, so he gets shot. He's like, yeah, I understand. Here, read this book. Think you'll like it. Dies. Goes in the car. The daughter, because there's nobody else left, she's now the boss. She sees that book and goes, oh, that's a good book. Because she's the one who gave it to Ghost Dog in the first place. He's killed because he followed the code. I don't give a shit. I don't care about any of these people. Why should I care about any of these folks? You never know much about Ghost Dog himself as a character. Other than why was he getting beaten up at that point? Why were they trying to kill him? What did he do before this? Apparently he appeared up out of the blue a few years after that event. Where did he go? Where did he go to train? Where did he go to learn this stuff? How did he learn and get into this whole thing about the samurai life? We learned jack all of shit about that. How did he get in this predicament? How did he get in this situation? How did he become this? No. Why does the neighborhood respect him so much? Is he supposed to be, he's a retainer for the mafia, he's an assassin for hire, so all these people respect an assassin with a code, but like why? You just see that people, hey, Ghost Dog. Randomly in the third act, he walks up and there's RZA with some like camouflage military clothes, whatever, and they both like bow to each other and they walk. Like, who the hell is that? And how do you know each other? I guess it's like supposed to be world building to show, hey, this world respects him. But why do they respect him? What is it about they respect of him? Why? Who? What? What has he done? There's a bit where he looks over, and I think it's a guy who runs a restaurant, and a guy's trying to mug him. The guy drops his groceries and pretends he's Jean-Claude Van Damme for a minute, gives him like a roundhouse kick, like Van Damme would do. The guy runs off, he picks up his groceries. I don't think we see that character again. I guess to show the weirdness of this world, to be quirky, I guess, to be eccentric, I guess. I say I guess because the movie doesn't want to answer anything else. If you like the film Testosterone, I never liked this movie. I never cared about this film. I never gave a crap about this film. It was boring as hell. You can like whatever you want. You can enjoy whatever you want. I know people, oh, well, you like Cobra. You like, yeah, I do like it. I can like whatever hell I want, and you like whatever hell movie you want. But yeah, you don't get to know much about the characters. just feels so pretentious and dragged out and not exciting. It made me want to watch the cartoons they're watching instead of the movie I'm watching. This director, he has to be one of my least favorite directors. I mean it. Like, okay, what else? What all has this guy done? Let me look. Jim Jarmusch. You ain't no William Friedkin, buddy. Tell you that much. Permanent Vacation, Stranger Than Paradise, Mystery Train, Night on Earth, Hated Dead Man, Hated Ghost Dog, Coffee and Cigarettes I thought I would like. I didn't. It was boring as hell. Broken Flowers, thought that was a very boring Bill Murray film. And I like Bill Murray in dramas. I thought Lost in Translation was good. I thought St. Vincent was good. Broken Flowers, didn't give a shit about. Limits of Control, I didn't care about that film. The Dead Don't Die, yeah, that film. Yeah, I do not like this director at all. So, this film, feel like, yeah, a lot of people liked it. They get a lot more out of it than me. A lot of it more than me. It doesn't work as an action film. I only it works as a character-driven film because you don't know much about the characters. I guess just the idea of here's a guy who follows his code no matter what, even to his death and detriment. Okay. I just kept thinking about, wow, when the guy gets back after killing Ghost Star and goes to the limo and talks to the girl, they're watching Itchy and Scratchy cartoon. Which obviously is from The Simpsons, but it's, what are the Itchy Scratchy cartoons shown on The Simpsons? I'm like, okay. I don't know what the hell that's all about, what's the whole point of that is. But yeah, I hated watching this film again, I really did. I watched it because I thought, well, maybe this time I'll warm up to it. No, I did not. This film can kiss my ass. Well, you haven't said any merciful thoughts. It's boring. It's pretentious. There's no character development. You know nothing about the characters, their backstories, anything. Forrest Whitaker, this guy saved him. Why was Forrest Whitaker there in the first place? Where did he learn all this stuff? Why did he adapt the samurai stuff? How did he adapt it? Where did that all come from? Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.